To parent as a sick mother, there were times when I was very sick and they really didn't even know it because I was pushing myself just that hard to be there and to be with them. Hi, my name is Terlisa Shepherd. This coming November 2021, I will be a 20-year metastatic breast cancer survivor. When I found out that I had breast cancer, I was 31 years old. Being naive, one of the first questions that I asked, would I be able to breastfeed? As a matter of fact, I was 8.5 months pregnant when I was diagnosed with early stage 3 breast cancer. I was in complete shock. I was there alone, and if you can imagine an 8.5 months pregnant female, I was devastated. It was a very aggressive breast cancer diagnosis from the start, mainly because of my pregnancy. The estrogen from my pregnancy was actually feeding the breast cancer diagnosis. I was pushed into chemotherapy right away. Actually, had to deliver my daughter 6 weeks early so that I could start chemotherapy right away. So breastfeeding was not an option. I knew that I wanted to give all that I could to my daughters. I remember being so weak at one moment, I sat up on the edge of my bed and tried to make it to my ensuite bathroom. I had to get down on the floor and crawl, but I was determined that I was going to be the best mother that I could to my daughters. Being pregnant and receiving a breast cancer diagnosis, I had so many emotions clouding my mind. I had a daughter who had just turned 2, and now I was bringing another baby into this world. It was so overwhelming, but I knew at that particular moment that I wanted to spend all the quality time that I had with my daughters, and I can truly say that we did it. Starting out in my breast cancer diagnosis, I really didn't think I would be here this long to share any of my daughter's journeys. But I actually did a scrapbook, my life with breast cancer, and I would put every surgery, I had explanations, I had pamphlets. No one had any idea that I was leaving that legacy behind because I really didn't think that I was going to live any long period of time to be here to give that information to them myself. Right now, my life is undetermined right now with breast cancer. Being a metastatic breast cancer survivor, there are changes that can come up at any time. And I'm living proof of that. I literally was at the cancer center almost every day of the week, trying to receive these life-saving techniques. And I must say, it has worked 20 years later. When I first heard the word metastatic, or actually back then, almost 20 years ago, I was told that I had terminal breast cancer. I prepared for that to be my final moments of my life. I immediately retired from my job. That was almost 20 years ago. So what the techniques and information that we have in place now is so much better than what it was then. I used my journey through breast cancer to try to help others through their breast cancer journey. And I know that a positive attitude does not cure cancer, but it sure It really sure does help. I have been faced with treatments after treatments. Trust me, going through a breast cancer diagnosis for almost 23 years and being pregnant at the same time, I have been faced with so many occasions that I could have been very down on myself, but I turned that situation around and say to myself, just be as positive as you can. You have 2 babies that you're fighting for right along with yourself. You have family and friends that you're fighting for. And that just gives me additional energy to fight right along. So having my positive attitude, it has helped me, really. And I hope that it would help others. And anyone that knows me, that is exactly how I live my life. I walk around with a smile on my face because that's who I am. I'm thankful for every moment of my life. I know what it could have been, and now what it is. Every moment of my life, every moment that I get to live on this earth, is another legacy that I can leave behind for someone else.